In a world where voices are sometimes forgotten, this film, A Place Called Silence, resonates like a haunting wake-up call about school violence, the silence of victims, and the cost of hidden secrets, not just a typical crime thriller. It delves deep into the human psyche, evoking empathy and forcing viewers to question, is silence truly golden, or is it sometimes a crime? The story takes place at an all-girls school located in the Pacific, Tsinghua High School. Xiao Tong, in the pose of Jesus on the cross, was glued to the wall with super glue. The other classmates watched the scene in silence. Even the security guards didn't dare to intervene. On the contrary, they drove away the students who were watching. Because the girl who led the bullying was the principal's daughter, Chi, and the reason they bullied Xiao Tong is because they are looking for a lost phone. Please remember the bully's lost phone. This is the key to the plot development in the film. They even went further and sealed Xiao Tong's mouth with glue. Then, the mother rushed over and passed by the group of 4 bullies, also realizing what her daughter had gone through. But when she saw her daughter's haggard appearance, her expression is one of sorrowful tears. But she isn't angry. Instead, she takes scissors and cuts off her daughter's glue-matted hair. As mother and daughter embrace, the mother's cold gaze is revealed. In this small town with its clear class divisions, they can only endure in silence. Very soon after, retribution came. 3 of the bullies went to an abandoned old castle on a rainy night to tell fortunes, was executed by a mysterious raincoat-clad figure with a hammer of justice. None of the 3 escaped the judgment of the shadows. And Chi, because she fell into the water that day, didn't go to the ancient castle as promised and escaped death. Scene change. Xiao Dong's mother is wearing a raincoat and pruning kumquat trees on her roof, and the dead cockroaches in the kumquat box also foreshadow death. More strangely, someone is secretly watching Li Han and his mother not far away, and it seems they're used to being followed. The next day, Li Han brought his tangerines to see the principal, hoping to transfer Xiao Tong from the regular class back to the special education class. At first, the principal refused Li Han with a mocking look. But when Li Han said this, the principal agreed with a heavy face. Something small like Chi bullying Xiao Tong. Why is the principal so timid in the face of Li Han's threat? Because there's a deeper truth within it that allows both sides to hold leverage over each other. Because 3 members of the bullying group mysteriously disappeared, the police started an investigation. The first suspects were naturally Xiao Tong, who had just been bullied, and Chi, who didn't go to the old castle with them. Apparently, the police haven't made any significant progress. Shortly after, at the school's charity fundraiser, as the principal cheerfully cut the ribbon, what fell was his daughter's body. The students immediately descended into chaos. At the same time, Xiao Tong also vanished. The principal reported a suspicious individual to the police. It was the school janitor, Lin Zai-fu, because students had recently reported Lin Zai-fu vanished unexpectedly after secretly filming students at the school gate. From then on, Lin Zai-fu started paying special attention at school to students around his daughter's age. Meanwhile, Li Han returned to the residential complex and discovered via surveillance footage that her daughter had returned. After Lin Zai-fu appeared at the gate of the residential complex, her daughter mysteriously disappeared. She went to Lin Zai-fu's house, but no one answered. Discovered some clues related to her daughter. Following the clues, she found her daughter's watch in the building's drain. Now it could be confirmed that Xiao Tong's disappearance was related to Lin Zai-fu. So she wanted to ask the landlady, Auntie Sue, for help opening Lin Zai-fu's door, but Auntie Sue wasn't there. To find Xiao Tong, Li Han had to risk climbing in through the window, but this was extremely difficult. She ignored the excruciating pain. Struggling, he crawled into Lin Zai-fu's house. He carefully searched the room. Unexpectedly, Lin Zai-fu returned just then. Hearing a noise, Li Han quickly hid under the bed. Just as Lin Zai-fu reached the bedside, his key accidentally fell onto the floor. At this moment, Li Han was extremely tense. Just as Lin Zai-fu was about to bend down to pick up the key, the doorbell rang. Li Han was lucky to escape. It turned out to be Sister Sue. She wanted to ask Lin Zai-fu to use his truck to transport donations to the charity. Lin Zai-fu initially refused, citing that he was busy. But he couldn't resist Sister Sue's nagging. Sister Sue even shamelessly asked Lin Zifu to massage her for a while. We can see that. The second time Aunt Sue knocked on the door to call Lin Zifu was intentional. Actually, when Li Han knocked on Aunt Sue's door, she was at home. So why did she take action to help? This is actually related to Aunt Sue's personality and the truth behind it, but she didn't know this action had inadvertently brought danger to her own life. On the other hand, Li Han reported Xiao Tong's disappearance to Officer Dai. They reviewed the surveillance footage of the residential area. Li Han realized Lin Zifu had put 2 black bags into the trash can. Most likely, they contained his daughter's body. Li Han frantically rushed towards the garbage truck that was about to leave, tearing through all the black garbage bags. Just as Li Han was losing hope, he spotted a mysterious person in a raincoat holding a black bag. The person in the raincoat also quickly fled, eventually getting hit by a car. Officer Dai stepped forward to check. It was none other than his own son, Wu Wong. Officer Dai's son is a voyeur. Wu Wong took his mother's surname. Since his mother passed away, Wu Wong had become addicted to secretly filming. Officer Dai also beat him for this. Meanwhile, Wu Wong also filmed Lin Zifu kidnapping Xiao Tong. Therefore, Li Han questioned Wu Wong for more clues. Wu Wong made another cryptic remark. "I am protecting you." As for Li Han, she didn't say much, seemingly understanding Wu Wong's intention. After that, by reviewing Wu Wong's video recordings, the police discovered that stored over the years were as many as 50 videos of Li Han abusing Xiao Tong. It turns out the mother who loved her daughter had another side to her. Therefore, Li Han is temporarily detained at the police station on suspicion of child abuse, and Officer Dai and the others set off to arrest Lin Zifu. Li Han happened to see Teacher Yong come for questioning. A key caught Li Han's attention. This is the key to the charity's activity room. It's been a long time since anyone went back there. It's been abandoned because there wasn't enough funding to rebuild it. Li Han had a feeling that the girl might very well be hidden in the charity club's activity room, so she took advantage of Teacher Yong being taken away, secretly drove Teacher Lin's car to the charity club's activity room. Meanwhile, Aunt Sue was hitchhiking. She received a phone call. It was from a friend saying that Lin Zifu, he's now a wanted criminal. The moment the door was locked, 2Mo knew danger was imminent. So she deliberately tried to change the subject, to ease the awkwardness from before. Seeing the inspirational book written by Teacher Fong, she immediately brought up Teacher Fong. Teacher Fong had started a charity organization in the school that sponsored quite a few students. After the tsunami that year, Lin Zifu and his child also survived because Teacher Fong saved them, but in the end, Aunt Sue was still tied up by Lin Zifu. At the same time, Li Han went to the charity's activity room and saw a dog gnawing on something. Sensing something was wrong, she went closer to check. Sure enough, a hand suddenly appeared before her eyes. She suppressed the disgust and fear inside her, opened the bag, discovered it was the 3 bullies who had been harmed, not her daughter. Lin Zifu murdered 4 members of the bullying group. The reason is very simple. It was to avenge his deceased daughter. Lin Zifu and Li Han's daughter Hui Jun was in special education. The two were good friends. One day on the school rooftop, Hui Jun was bullied by An Chi and the others. Hui Jun had limited intelligence. She was forced to wear a crown of thorny roses. The blood flowing from her head only made the bullies more excited. They picked up Hui Jun's hair, mixed it into water, and forced Hui Jun to drink it all. They even treated it as entertainment and recorded it with their phones. Then they even forced Hui Jun to stand on the already unstable skylight. Hui Jun desperately resisted. Just then, Xiao Tong appeared. She coldly stared at the 4 of them. Hui Jun helplessly called out to Xiao Tong and Dad. Because they are both the protective layer in Hui Jun's life, Xiao Tong slowly took out the scissors and approached step by step. Li Han appeared just in time, snatched Xiao Tong's scissors, and wanted to take her away. Helplessly, Xiao Tong took out her phone, preparing to call the police, but her mother threw the phone away. At this moment, the camera also recorded the entire incident. The mother forcefully dragged Xiao Tong away. Watching her only hope leave, the pigeon that she and Xiao Tong raised was about to be killed. She was completely desperate. Helplessly, she climbed onto the skylight.
With the sound of shattering glass and adulthood.
Hui Jun fell in front of Teacher Fong. He looked up at the skylight. The four people hurriedly fled. Xiao Tong looked at Hui Jun in unbearable pain. The seed of resentment towards her mother had also been sown. When Lin Zaifu rushed over, Teacher Fong didn't tell him the true situation. Facing the dying Hui Jun, Lin Zaifu was in immense pain. Until the very end, Hui Jun kept apologizing to her father.
Helplessly, Lin Zaifu carried Hui Jun out.
He wished someone could tell the truth. Afterwards, Lin Zaifu searched for witnesses in the heavy rain. It's also such a long take. All the important characters in the story appear.
Almost everyone.
They all respond to him with indifference and detachment. Li Han goes to the police station, holding on to his last hope, but the police chief had long been bribed by the principal. In the end, the police ruled it a suicide. The seed of hatred was sown in Lin Zaifu's heart. He wants all those who covered up the truth to pay. So Lin Zaifu imprisoned Teacher Fong by interrogating him to find clues. Teacher Fong is almost a good person in everyone's eyes, whether it's colleagues or the principal or parents. He saved Lin Zaifu and Hui Jun, opening charity events, linking with schools to open special education classes, sponsoring disabled children to go to school. But he clearly witnessed Hui Jun's accident. He looked up and saw the four evil women, but chose to remain silent. He even tried to portray Lin Zaifu favorably, to cover up the truth. Why did Teacher Fong say Hui Jun committed suicide? Lin Zaifu screamed until his voice was hoarse. When Li Han, hiding in the darkness, struck Lin Zaifu with a hammer, Teacher Fong used his own body to protect him. Li Han was knocked unconscious by Lin Zaifu, but Lin Zaifu was also seriously injured. But he was moved by Teacher Fong's final act of kindness. He prepared to take Teacher Fong to the hospital. When he went outside, he found that Auntie Tu in the car had escaped. But now he couldn't think about that anymore. His urgent task now was to save Teacher Fong. Auntie Tu woke up the unconscious Li Han.
Just like that.
Li Han drove Aunt Su to chase after Lin Zaifu. While a weak Lin Zaifu was still calling an ambulance for Teacher Fong, Aunt Su was frightened by Li Han's crazy actions and wanted to stop her. The insane Li Han struck Aunt Su with a hammer. At this time, the car also lost control. An accident occurred. Li Han was almost driven mad. She could only force Lin Zaifu to reveal Xiaotong's whereabouts. Lin Zaifu used all his strength to push Li Han away. He accelerated towards the police opposite him. Officer Doi, seeing Lin Zaifu not slowing down, panicked and opened fire. Meanwhile, the Enlightenment book in the car happened to fall under the gas pedal. The car slowly came to a stop. Officer Doi also didn't hit Lin Zaifu. The others were all taken to the hospital for treatment. Finally, Lin Zaifu was taken into custody by the police for investigation. There are many paper cranes in the house, all with writing inside. It seems like Xiao Tong wrote them. Officer Dai presented the video of Lin Zaifu taking Xiao Tong away. Lin Zaifu finally confessed. He said Xiao Tong was in the planter box on the rooftop. Meanwhile, Deban, while folding paper cranes, suddenly realized the paper cranes at the castle scene back then could be assembled into a complete picture. Finally, we understand. Dr. Li Han's body was buried under the kumquat tree on the roof. Finally, Officer Dai's son, Wu Wang, handed over the video of Xiao Tong killing her stepfather to the police. Depan reminded Officer Dai that if he turned in this recording, it could help Wu Wang get a lighter sentence and he could earn a great merit. Officer Dai calmly separated the two assistants and went to find Li Han with the video alone. After watching the video, Li Han begged Officer Dai to let Xiao Tong go and take responsibility himself. Officer Dai was deeply moved, because Li Han's situation was similar to his own. Both loved their children deeply, and he was about to retire anyway, with nothing left to worry about. The moment he smashed the camera was truly touching. To protect a little girl who had suffered since childhood, he chose to give up a reduced sentence for his son and a chance for his team to earn merit, just to give Xiao Tong a fresh start. Finally, Xiao Tong is free. She hid in Lin Zaifu's freezer and escaped. Release the caged pigeons to fly away. Xiao Tong is actually the scariest existence. So when the bullying of the four people could not be avoided, being glued to the wall with super glue, her head dodges, and her fists clench. So the character of Xiao Tong has never been a weak victim in the traditional sense. Many people say the pose resembles Jesus' suffering. It implies that Xiao Tong, through this bullying, has been reborn from the ashes. Actually, that's not correct. Xiao Tong has long been more than just brass, but a king in hiding. Xiao Tong has been reborn from the ashes. Relying on oneself is the right path. Hui Jun inherently has limited intelligence, had to rely on friends and father, ended up dead. Even after dying, could only say sorry. And she, a person with a sound mind, relied on her silence and calmness to fight back against those who had harmed her. So, she carried those scissors every day. During class, she taped them under the desk. When walking around, she put them in her pocket. Those scissors were hard and strong, a part of her. It was the only sense of security in her life. So when Hui Jun, the only light in her life, was being bullied, she grabbed the scissors and rushed over. She wanted to use her own toughness to protect herself, and the person she wanted to protect. So when her mother stopped her, she held onto the railing and refused to leave. From this, we can see that she wasn't a well-behaved, obedient child. On the contrary, she was very stubborn. When the mother relented and turned back, intending to intervene, Hui Jun had already met with misfortune. She looked resentfully at her mother, her gaze extremely sharp. Her mother's silence had taken away her light. Then she herself became a witness. Perhaps even just because she was a mute girl, she became the next target of bullying. Pay attention to one detail. When she was nailed to the wall, on her face, there was no panic, no despair, but calm anger. So when she saw her mother arrive, she didn't see her as a savior, but was moved, felt wronged, and collapsed. Many people feel this detail is illogical, inconsistent with the context. But in fact, Xiao Tong had long been accustomed to enduring suffering. She had to hide herself to accumulate strength and seize the opportunity, and wait for the right time to act. Must strike effectively. Her mother's helpless tears and embrace, and her tearful parting words from years ago. So, Xiao Tong also shed tears. The sadness in these tears can only be perceived with a calm heart. Her mother still had some love. But she had decided to give up on her mother. When she rushed towards Hui Jun, she was held back by her mother. The phone to call the police was dropped. She was dragged away but still persisted, refusing to give up. But still heard the sound of Hui Jun falling. She endured silently. Gradually she distanced herself from her mother and achieved complete independence. By this time, she had already devised her second silent counterattack plan. She hid in the background, using the group of 4 to commit the crime. After murdering Hui Jun, while fleeing in panic, her phone was dropped. Lin Zifu, who clearly sensed the concealment and betrayal, but couldn't find any witnesses or clues for the case. The truth was revealed by using paper cranes to send him messages. Together, we completed the revenge using the rainforest sledgehammer on 3 members of the group of 4. If there is no truth in the world, then I have realized. I will become the hammer of justice, completing the judgment of the ringleader, publicly passing judgment upon the body of the principal's daughter, to claim justice for myself and Hui Jun. Look at those 4 people walking down the hallway. Look at Xiao Tong leaning with both hands on the railing. That's the posture of holding everything, without fear. When she passed them, she smiled. I have finished judging you all. Next is execution. What's more discreet and chilling is that, behind this revenge is the silent third counterattack. Xiao Dong asks Lin Zifu for help. She took advantage of the Peeping Tom's desperate secret filming, and staged a kidnapping scene with Lin Zifu to erase her own traces in this case. She also told Lin Zifu about the rooftop garden, so that later, after the police arrested Lin Zifu, they could smoothly find the remains and identify the killer as the mother, Li Han. That way, no one would continue searching anymore. Of course, this approach also had its flaws. What if Lin Zifu died before being caught? So even though no one knows where I went, the incident on the roof can't be made public either. Perhaps one day Mom will still find me. Therefore, Xiao Tong drew another picture of the burial site. Folded into paper cranes, they were placed in the castle where the 3 girls disappeared. The reason why Lin Zifu was willing to help Xiao Tong so much. Firstly, because Xiao Tong gave him a clue. Secondly, Xiao Tong's mother is also a silent person. Lin Zifu hated people who were silent to the bone, so he even wanted to harm Teacher Fong, who saved his life. Lin Zifu saw the excavated remains. Knowing that what Xiaotong said was true, the last silent person, Li Han, would also be punished. At the same time, he needed to help Xiaotong keep the secret of being the last one to leave. So, he jumped down from the building and met his daughter. On the last day, Xiaotong wrote the word mom on her mother's hand. She bid farewell to her impetuous mother. While her mother was still aggressively seeking revenge for her, she escaped in an old freezer. Her hopeless life. Until now, I had felt some warmth in the cage, but mostly, it was being mocked, humiliated, being controlled, dominated. A Place Called Silence is not just a crime thriller, but also a mirror reflecting the hidden corners of society, where school violence, adult indifference, and the fear of facing the truth are exposed starkly and relentlessly. This is a work that raises more questions than it answers, and that is precisely what makes it so thought-provoking. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. If you found this content helpful, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others interested in cinema and profound social issues. I always appreciate all opinions, so please don't hesitate to leave a comment. What are your thoughts on the film? See you all in the next review videos. Where cinema is not just for entertainment, but also for contemplation.